Steam has fishing games for every kind of player. Cozy, creepy, realistic, totally unhinged. Whether you want to hunt sea monsters or just vibe on a virtual lake at 2 a.m., this list has you covered. These are the 13 best fishing games on Steam. Let's kick things off with something that sounds totally normal on the surface. You're a fisherman off the foggy coast of Japan, harpoon in hand, selling catches, upgrading your boat. Simple, right? But the deeper you go, the stranger the fish get. Way stranger. We're talking folklore, mystery, and things you absolutely were not expecting to reel in. That game is UMIGARI by Chiller's Art, the same studio behind some of the creepiest short horror games on the platform. It's spooky without being terrifying, satisfying without being slow, a genuinely rare gem. Okay, let's bring it back to Earth. You want realistic? Like, actually realistic? Different rod setups, bait types, weather conditions, real fish behavior, and over 30 locations around the world. Then you need something that treats fishing like a sport, not just a mechanic. That game is Fishing Planet, and it's completely free to play. The community loves it, the physics are tight, and if you want to go deep on gear and technique, this one will swallow hundreds of your hours whole. Now, if Fishing Planet is the entry level, this next one cranks the dial up several notches. VR support, fly fishing, ice fishing, spinning rods, world-class locations, seasonal events, and regular content updates that keep it fresh all year. It's basically everything a fishing sim could want to be. That's Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2. The kind of game where you can spend a full evening just figuring out the perfect lure and feel completely fine about it. This one is for the people who want it gritty. You're not just fishing your size. You're assembling your gear from scratch, learning techniques, competing against real players online, and mastering the waterways of Russia. It's an MMO, a full fishing MMO. Your skills actually have to grow over time. The game doesn't hold your hand. That's what makes Russian Fishing 4 genuinely addictive for players who want a challenge with real depth, pun intended. Now imagine open-world fishing, like legitimately gorgeous open world. Multiple biomes, different species per region, real-time weather, and multiplayer so you can drag your friends along. You've got kayaks, float tubes, boats, and over 30 species to track down. It feels like a vacation you didn't have to book. That game is Call of the Wild, the Angler, and it's one of the most visually stunning fishing games on the platform. If you want peaceful and pretty, this is your pick. Sometimes you just want something simple, clean. No story, no horror, no pressure, just a little boat, calm water, and fish waiting to be caught. You upgrade your rod, expand your boat, discover new spots. It's meditative in the best possible way. That's Gone Fishing, a tiny, chill indie game that delivers exactly what it promises. No frills, just vibes. Alright, now we shift gears entirely. Picture a quiet fishing town, a new fisherman just arriving, and an archipelago full of islands. Peaceful, right? Except something is deeply, deeply wrong. The nights are dangerous, the fish are mutating, and the closer you look at this world, the more it feels like it's looking back at you. Welcome to DREDGE, one of the most acclaimed indie games of the last few years. Lovecraftian atmosphere, brilliant fishing mechanics, and a story that genuinely gets under your skin. Overwhelmingly positive on Steam for a reason. Okay, so what if fishing wasn't just fishing? What if it was also scuba diving, spearfishing, underwater exploration, and running a sushi restaurant? And what if the whole thing was wildly fun with a surprisingly emotional story? Yeah, that exists. Dave the Diver is one of the most beloved games to come out in recent years. Over 140,000 positive reviews on Steam, verified for Steam Deck, and genuinely unlike anything else in the genre. Play it! This next one is deceptively deep for what looks like a simple little game. You're a cat. You've got a fishing rod. You're trying to catch fish to sell and build up your operation, but the fish have their own behaviors, their own personalities almost, and the meta-strategy of how you approach each new fishing spot is genuinely interesting. Cat Goes Fishing has been quietly charming players for years. It's cute on the outside and surprisingly strategic on the inside. Picture a cozy coastal town in the 1980s. Pixel art that feels warm and nostalgic. A woman returning home to rebuild her life through fishing, cooking, and community. Each catch leads somewhere. A recipe, a conversation, a piece of the town's story. It's emotional in a way you don't expect from a fishing game. That's Moonglow Bay, and it's the kind of game that makes you feel something by the time the credits roll. Now this one is different. You're not the fisherman, you're the fish. You start small, tiny, vulnerable, just trying to survive, and you eat your way up the food chain. The bigger you get, the more dangerous you become. It's chaotic, it's satisfying, and it gets absolutely wild as you grow. Feed and Grow Fish is pure sandbox fun, and one of those games you boot up for 20 minutes and suddenly it's been 3 hours. This next game is gentle in the most beautiful way. You're Cassie, a young girl transported to a spirit world. Think Spirited Away meets a fishing sim. You fish, you sell your catch, you slowly restore a garden that was destroyed by a storm. The pixel art is gorgeous, the atmosphere is peaceful, and there are 2 different fishing modes depending on how chill or how challenged you want to feel. Luna's Fishing Garden is one of those games that just makes the world feel a little softer. And finally, we go somewhere completely left field. Voodoo, Bayou Magic, a fishing game where the mystical and the mundane crash into each other in the most entertaining way possible. It's quirky, it's charming, and it does not take itself seriously at all, which is exactly why it works. Rounding out our list with pure personality is Voodoo Fishin, proof that the fishing game genre has absolutely no ceiling on how creative it can get.